Live from Hickory, it's country-ish. Hit it, Alan.
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was Charles' underdog, dressed in overalls, living next to the wood. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, 'cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I am from Hickory, and I'm happy about it. I hope you're happy, no matter where you are. What up, bumpkins? You're about to watch and or listen to episode 77 of Country-ish, and we got a good old rockin' twangy show for you today. My buddy ZACH SELWYN's going to be zooming into the show. We got residual checks that someone's going to win today. Also, a very good band, Dirty Grass Soul from Shelby's going to be playing tonight. Flying Cats, Goodwill Hunting, all kinds of stuff. So, but before we get started, I want you to know we are live right now. We are live. It's May the 18th, 8:03 p.m., and we're live, and we got interns back here checking your comments on Facebook and YouTube. I got one called Elliot and one called Isaiah, and one does YouTube, one does Facebook, so leave a comment, all right? Leave us a comment. Let me ask you a question. Are you in the market for a new vehicle? Let me know. I might have a solution for you, okay? Also, we are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, but we're everywhere a podcast would be: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. But we're slowly growing a little bit. And I think the best reason why that is because you guys are hitting that share button. Have you noticed my hat? What's that say, Marcus?
Share.
Share. So yeah, hit the share button right now. Let's see how many people we can get live right now up in this episode. In fact, I'll do a thing. I'm going to do a thing. That way you won't miss. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down the pipe of this camera. I know a lot of times people are thinking, well, John, if I hit the share button right now and I look down and hit that button, then I'm not looking at you and I might miss a funny thing. But don't worry. I'm not going to do anything funny at all for probably the next 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And while I'm doing that, this gives you time to hit the share button. Let me look right down the pipe of that camera. It's the share stare. Here it comes. If I could make you share, I want you to do it today. Please hit that arrow button that points this way. I want you to hit the share button. I want you to hit it now. Oh, so share stare. What do you think of that? Huh? Thanks for hitting the share button. It really does help us grow. And look at the hard work I've been doing. You think that works, Stamos? You think people hit the share button when I do that?
I think they hit the button you do that. Why wouldn't they? Draws attention.
Yeah.
Hit it.
It's funny. It's like I'm going out of my way to look like an idiot.
Yes, you are a whole lot.
Begging them just to hit one button.
Yeah.
Cost them no money. But I got a new hat. In case you forget about that. In case people tune in later, I got a new share hat. Huh? What do you think about my new share hat? It's a picture of share with the button, with the arrow next to it. This will remind you, in case you forgot. Anyway, I appreciate you doing that. We got a lot to do today. We have a great show. I want to plug some tour dates real quick. I'm going to be in Hickory June the 7th. June the 7th in Hickory at the Main Cellar City Club. Some people call it Market on Main. June 7th, that's going to be me and John Heffron. We're doing a thing together. And then the weekend after that, I will be in Ann Arbor, Michigan, June 11th and 12th at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. So get on that, get your tickets. It will sell out. We've already, how many tickets have we sold so far, Elliot?
137. We're almost right at 50%.
We're already at 50%, and we've not been hitting it too hard. So you might want to go ahead and secure it, because I don't think you're going to be able to buy these tickets at the door. So go ahead and get them right now. Tickets, you can find them at johnreap.com. Click on the tour dates. It's right there for Ann Arbor and Hickory. So check that out. But let me get to the man sitting across from me right here. Very handsome fella. You know, the ladies' man. You know, he's a coxman. One of the best swords in the business. You know what I'm saying?
Swordsman?
Coxman. And he's famous. Well, his brother's famous. Perhaps you've heard of Jon Stamos. I got his little brother, Marcus Stamos. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm good, too.
I'm a little under the weather. I don't know if you can tell the low energy today.
Yeah.
But I got my second vaccine shot yesterday. And then when I woke up today, it kicked in. They say the second one's the tough one. And I didn't believe it. I was like, I'd be all right. But I slept all day today. I've a bad muscle ache, a bad headache, low energy. Other than that, I'm fine. But I rallied for us tonight.
Yeah, I texted you today. No answer. I knew something was going on with you, but glad you was able to rally, bounce back. Good to have you here. I didn't want to have to do this by myself. Nearly impossible.
I was sitting at home thinking, what if I don't make it? Who, you know how Letterman and Leno and Johnny Carson back in the day would have someone guest host. Could you guest host this show?
I'd have to do a lot of teleprompting. I think I can make it. Give me a lot of stuff to read. I'll be fine.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd rather read than just talk?
Well, yeah.
You think you could do
help.
it?
Yeah, I can do it.
Well, be ready for that one of these days.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But look, I've got sitting on a stack of checks here, though.
Ooh, yeah.
So
how many checks we got there? We got
77. It's episode 77. We're on 77 checks.
It looks like that. There's probably 20 in there of Screen Actors Guild residual checks. And here in a little bit, we're going to open the phone lines. You call in. You give a guess of how much the check is. Closest person is going to win the check. I will mail it to you. It's legit. I've been doing that. But how was your weekend, dude?
It was good. I spent it with you.
I know.
We had a good time.
We had a grand old time. Well, hey, Alan, you want to show me getting my little vaccine shot? This was yesterday, round 2. I thought like everyone else is taking pictures, I might as well take a picture. I told her, I was like, I don't know if you're going to be able to get through all that muscle with that skinny little needle you got there. If you break it, let me know. But yeah, they'll give you a little sticker. I got my COVID-19 vaccine.
So you're good to go with the sticker. You don't need anything.
Apparently now I'm fully vaccinated. I got my card, and I can fly and travel and take cruise ships and whatever they got to do without getting hassled. I did that for not just for me, but for everyone.
Well,
so that they would know that if you're around me, you're good. Yep. You could be around me safely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did that for everybody.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Marcus. But yeah, what else we got? So yeah, we went to. Should we talk about our stint at the Hickory Motor Speedway?
Yes, you hit on that a little bit. I know we don't have.
Let's do this first. Yeah, one of our interns is graduating. Look at him back there. I can't believe it. I can't believe you actually graduated.
I can't believe I graduated either.
How good were your grades? What was your average?
Straight C's and D's.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Just enough to get by.
Just enough to get by. Well, here we are. I actually went to Isaiah's graduation party. He got all these cards here. And your mom is a great cook. She went all out for you, buddy. I got you a card. Look at all the cards you got back there. How many cards you got back there?
Let's see.
Okay, just give us an estimate. I don't want you to sit here and count them.
7.
Okay, like 7 cards. Anytime I hear him go, let's see, I go, we don't have time for this.
It's going to take a while.
We don't have time for that, let's see. By the way, Elliot, have you been vaccinated?
Yes, sir.
Double vaccinated.
Actually, I got the Johnson & Johnson one everybody makes fun of.
So you're good.
Very good.
All right. Well, then you may take the mask off if you so choose. I know you like the way it looks, but you don't have to wear it anymore, according to the government.
I think I'm a lot better looking with it on than off.
So that's more of a personal choice, yes. My face, your body.
There you go.
All right, well, here we are at Isaiah's house having a good time. Got the whole family in this shot right here. Now, Isaiah, can you walk us through everybody in this picture real quickly? Can you see the picture?
No, I can't.
Then you can't do that. All right, we've got your sister, me, your mom. Who all was there?
My Aunt Penny, my stepdad, you, my sister. My dad's in the very back. You can barely see his face.
But, I got to go inside Isaiah's house. Do you sleep on the couch?
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember saying, give me a tour of your room, thinking that you would have a room. And then we walked in and you pointed to the couch. You go, that's it. I go, oh, we stay out here. And then you showed me your calendar. Tell us about your calendar.
Oh, are you talking about the Playboy, the swimsuit calendar? Yeah, I got
he's
that
just got
hanging right above.
He's got all these women in his life, mother, sister, aunts. Isaiah's in the living room with his little nasty Playboy calendar.
And I write down on that calendar, remember to call Granny.
Right next to butt
My
cleavage of the model.
Granny.
Yeah. I don't get you, but I appreciate you, buddy. Congratulations on your graduation. What are you going to do? What are your plans? Where are we going from here?
I have no clue.
Sounds about right.
Isaiah, you don't got to go, but you got to get the hell up out of here. He's out of school.
All right, Alan, let's just go in order of the pictures. What's next? What do we do next this weekend? Is it the Hickory Motor Speedway? Yes! This was great. We went to the Hickory Motor Speedway. First time I've ever been there in my life. And they were doing the Tour of Destruction. And this is what we sat behind. Pleasant fella. I mean, he didn't cause much trouble. He was probably the quietest one there. But that's what we looked at for a good 3 hours. I mean, this is everything you want, right? You've got the camo hat. You've got the mullet. You've got the shirt that says tits or tires. It's going to give you trouble. If it's got tits or tires, it's going to give you trouble. And that shirt's a little too low because we see the plumber's crack at the bottom. And we will have a full-on package for you guys next week. We did a lot of fun stuff at the Tour of Destruction. There was demolition derby, monster cars, bus racing, boat races, backwards races, all kinds of stuff, and we were heavily involved, and that will be debuted on the next Country-ish podcast, so come back next week for that. It was fantastic. And I also cut my finger, Marcus.
You pull with a fang?
I'm going to survive. I was trying to make a cut. I was just cutting onions, and it went shoot. And I think my mom says she thinks I probably need a stitch.
One stitch.
Maybe a stitch or two. But I'm going to see how long it takes me to heal this thing. But I think I'm going to be okay. All righty then. Shall we move on? Let's move on. This next segment, I want you guys to know that we're current, that we are in the know. We know what you're talking about. Like I said earlier, as I'm talking to you, it is May the 8th at 8:15 p.m. And what I do in this segment is I go to Twitter, and I click on the hashtag, and I look at the things that are trending, and I pick one or two that I think is applicable to us, not politicky, not pandemic-y. And it's a segment that I like to call Best Trends. I want you to know we know what you're talking about because, here's your best trends. Here's what you're talking about. Yes, it's time for Best Trends. This time brought to you by Hendrick Honda Cars of Hickory. That's right. That is one of our new official sponsor, Hendrick Honda Cars of Hickory. They hooked me up. Listen, if you are in the market for a new vehicle, please do yourself a favor and go to Hendrick Honda Cars of Hickory. Talk to David Lusk. Talk to Rick, a.k.a. Batman. Very nice people. When I went in there, I'm always nervous about going to a car lot. You know what I mean? Because they have the stigma, the whole stigma of like they're going to try and wheelie and deal you and say something you don't want.
What's it going to take to get you in this thing?
What's it going to take to get you in this car
by the end of the
today?
day?
They want to sell you one today.
Hey.
But when I went in there, it was low pressure. It was like, take your time. I test drove 3 different things, and they were in a hurry, and it was a pleasant experience all the way around. And I got a nice, dude, I love what I got. I got a 2021 Honda Passport, and it's blacked out, and I absolutely love it. So shout out to the sponsor. Go get you a new car at Hendrick Honda Cars of Hickory. All right. So here's what's trending, and I'm curious to see if you, Stamos, know anything about this. Charles Grodin, star of Beethoven and Heartbreak Kid, he died just recently at the age of 86. Tell me what you know about Charles Grodin, Stamos.
Absolutely nothing. Is that a surprise? Charles who? Grodin.
Charles Grodin.
Yeah.
See, here's why I love Charles Grodin, because he was one of those guys that was in all the movies in the 80s, all the funny comedy movies in the early 80s with Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, tons of those. The one with the kid, what was that one again, Alan? I forgot the
Clifford.
Beethoven, the one about the kid. I almost said Alfie.
Beethoven was the one about the big dog.
The big dog.
Clifford's the one about the little Martin Short playing kid.
Yeah. But I loved him. He was a deadpan comedian. I wouldn't say he's not a stand-up comedian. He was just a comedic actor. He had his own show there later in life, and he was always he had written many books, and anytime he was on Letterman or The Tonight Show, their interviews between them two were some of the best, because he was just a sarcastic, snarky little dude, and he could really get under the skin of those guys. But everyone loved in a charming way. And one of my favorite scenes that he did, there was a Steve Martin movie called The Lonely Guy. And these two guys are two of the biggest losers. They're lonely. They can't get any women. But, and they just get together and they talk about why it's not working. I just like this scene because Charles Grodin you could tell, I think there's a lot of improv going on here with him and Steve Martin. So let's enjoy this little clip of The Lonely Guy with Charles Grodin and Steve Martin.
You know what gets me? I go to get a haircut. They charge me like $4, which is the same amount of money they would charge anybody to come in. But say a guy like Michael Land that goes into the shop where I go, they would charge him $4. Yet he's got like 100 times more hair than I do. By rights, they should be charging Michael Land like $400.
Yeah, but they don't charge it by how much hair you've got. They charge it. They're paid to make it look good with what you've got.
Well, I don't even know if they've done that. I mean, how does that look? See, that's what I'm saying.
You ever try maybe like swooping it over? You know how some guys that grow their hair real long and then like they swoop it over? You can do a lot like that. You can get a pompadour and everything.
My hair doesn't grow long enough to swoop it over. Besides, I think when you see a guy with his hair swooped over, he's like doing it to cover up something.
Yeah. And if a guy has a lot of hair, he's not going to swoop it over.
Guy has a lot of hair, he's not going to swoop it over.
You know the guys who always keep their hair are the guys who have no use for it at all. They're not trying to impress anybody.
Who's that?
Like bums. You ever seen a bald bum? They always have a beautiful head of hair.
Why is that?
I think it's because they never wash it. It's the only time you ever see your hair fall out is after you take your shower and you wash your hair and there's a bunch of hair laying there.
I mean, if I'd never washed my hair, I'd have a full head of hair?
Of course, they could lose their hair too, and maybe it just stays in.
Just locked in there. If they ever wash it, they could be bald bums.
Yeah. I just love those little conversations like that. Anyway, rest in peace, Charles Grodin. You will be missed. I'm not sure how he died, but he was 86. And one more quick trend, and we just sort of looked this up beforehand, and it involves someone in this room. The Alan Jackson was trending over the weekend.
I was?
Yeah.
I was?
You have to know about this. I'm sorry. Alan Jackson.
I was going to say, not the Alan Jackson.
Right.
It was just Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson was trending.
Yeah,
Apparently,
okay, that's what I thought.
Recently, he made a statement on some, magazine, online magazine called Taste of Country, where he said, Country music is pretty much over, and he's not happy about it. He doesn't like new country, and it's pretty much over with. And so, yeah. So that was what a lot of people were talking about that. Yeah.
So I have the Twitter handle Alan Jackson. Right. So every time Alan Jackson, the country singer, does something, I get all these messages sent to me like immediately. So I know whenever he's trending.
Yes.
Because I'm getting all these posts sent to me. And like there was one time where he was trending and everybody started writing me because they were really worried. They thought he was trending because maybe he had died. So everybody was sending me messages like, I hope you're feeling okay. I hope you're well and all that. And I had to reassure everybody I was fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine. And yesterday I started getting a bunch of posts and I'm not sure why. But so this is why.
That's what happened.
I'm not happy about country music is what it's saying.
Yeah. Now, how do you feel about country music, the Alan Jackson?
I mean,
now that we're here.
I'm okay with it.
You're fine.
I mean, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I have no beef with country music.
Right. Do you ever reply back to these people as that and just to mess with them?
Yeah. There was a time where I was responding back only with Alan Jackson lyrics from his songs just to see how long I could do that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I changed my little avatar to a guitar and just had fun for like a year doing that. So
they were like, "What do you think of country music?" And you wrote, "Never knew how much that muddy water meant to me." just random lyrics.
Right.
I love that.
I would Google Alan Jackson lyrics and just copy and paste one of them into a Twitter post, and that was my responses for like a good year. So.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. That's what you're talking about. That's what was trending. Brought to you by Hendrick Honda Cars of Hickory. All right, Stamos, you want to move on? You want to give some money away?
Let's give it up, man.
How many checks you got there?
I got a lot.
All right,
ready?
While he's looking through the checks, I'll explain what we're about to do. I get these residual checks sent in the mail to me all the time because I've done some acting in my day. I've been in some sitcoms, movies, commercials, adult films I'm not proud of, but they have to pay you when they air these things, and they're called residual checks. And I thought, like, let's make a game out of it. So what I'm going to do, I'll let Stamos pick one at random. I will open the check. I will read to you what it's for and how it's airing, and then at home you make a guess. And then you call into the show. There might be a phone number down here. Is there? Mm-hmm. Yep. There's a phone number down here. So go ahead and call that number right now because here in a second we're going to start taking your phone calls. We're going to pick 4 people at random. And then you have to guess. Closest one wins the game. We will do a round of in-house guesses so that you can see my poker face, my poker face. Why are you laughing?
You need a Pepsi?
I know, but dude, I always get gassy right before the show.
I know.
It's a nervous thing, dude.
I don't know what it is, but we need to get you some.
Yeah. So, it's a game that we like to call... How much is that Screen Actors Guild Residual? Check.
I did.
Double check.
Yep.
I like it. All right, buddy. Hand me one of them residual checks. I will open it up, and I will tell everybody what it is for, how it is airing, and then we'll make some guesses in-house, and then that's when you read my poker face. And maybe you'll have an educated guess when you call in. The guesses in-house don't count. They're not going to win. We're just using them as a, barometer for you. All right, here we go. Here's the check. I don't want you to see it. Okay. All right. Well, we're getting a lot of these from this TV program.
Eastbound and Down.
Yep. So that might have helped you if you've been watching past episodes and you kind of know what I've been getting paid. It's probably not going to be that much different, So maybe go back and think of that. But this is for Eastbound and Down, Chapter 23, Internet Rental Only. That's it. Internet Rental, Eastbound and Down, Chapter 23. Marcus Stamos, how much is this scratch?
We'll go with $3.77.
Oh, $3.77.
Okay. Means I'm in the ballpark.
Yeah. Right now, you're winning.
Only guess.
That's
of course.
why you're winning.
Yep.
Let's go back here to one of my interns. Who wants to go first, Elliot or Isaiah?
$2.17.
$2.17.
Yes, sir.
Sounds like I'm closer.
Yeah. All right, Isaiah.
I'm going to go $4.15.
Wait, what was yours?
$3.77.
And then yours was?
$4.15.
Okay.
Somewhere in the middle there.
Look how happy I am for Isaiah right now. Okay. I think that should tell you. That should give you a good idea. The Alan Jackson, do we have people in the bullpen?
Yes, we do.
Do we have enough to play the game?
Absolutely.
All righty then. That's when we go to the phone lines. And I want to know who I'm talking to. And I want you to give me a guess. So, the Alan Jackson, whenever you're ready, you just throw one at random in the showroom. Hi, John Reap here. Who am I talking to?
Hey, man, you're talking to AJ from Raiden, Oklahoma.
AJ from where, Oklahoma?
Raiden, Oklahoma.
Raiden?
Yeah, it's a real small town, man. I'm well out of high school, but we were talking about graduation earlier. I graduated with 16 people. That's a school record for the largest class ever.
Wow.
Hey, Oklahoma is okay.
Hey, thanks, man.
It says that on the license plates, doesn't it?
It used to, yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I've been to Oklahoma. I've been to Norman, Oklahoma. Been to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I've been all over Oklahoma, man. So what do you do, buddy?
I'm a natural gas plant operator.
Natural. Oh, you deal in propane and propane accessories?
Well, I deal with methane and methane accessories.
Oh, yeah, the hard stuff. I hear you.
Yeah.
So, did you ever
Yeah,
watch?
we basically take
Go ahead.
we take the raw stuff that comes out of the well, and then it comes through our plant. We process it, send it down the line, and then that's what you use basically to heat your homes and stuff like that with.
Oh, sweet, dude. Well, thanks for calling in. Did you ever watch this show that I was on, Eastbound and Down?
Yeah, seen every episode, man.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, good deal. Also, one of my good buddies, comedian, lives in Oklahoma. You ever heard of Rodney Carrington?
Oh, yeah. I've watched Rodney several times, man.
Yep. He's from Oklahoma, so that's he might be in your
A few
backyard.
of them I can't remember, but I've seen him several times.
Yeah. Okay, my friend, from Oklahoma. What's your first name again?
AJ.
AJ. What does that stand for?
Aiden James.
Aiden James. I like it. AJ. Wasn't that one of the Backstreet Boys? AJ? Or is that New Kids on the Block?
It could have been.
Yeah. Well, Elliot, you're shaking your head like you know something.
Oh, no, sir.
No, you don't know anything. Okay. AJ. Give me a good guess, brother. How much is the Screen Actors Guild residual check?
Well, you had a 415, and then Stamos, had a 375, is that right?
Yep, but Elliot, Isaiah's guess was the best.
At 415, so I'm going to say $4.10.
Okay. $4.10. It's not bad. It's not right on the nose.
It's admirable.
But it's not bad. And we got three more people.
Well, it ain't horseshoes or hand grenades, so.
That's right. But you're not out of the ball game yet, AJ. Stay on hold, and we're going to get some other callers, and maybe you'll win. Okay, the Alan Jackson. Let's move on.
Buddy.
Let's move on to the next phone call and see if their guess is any better than AJ's. All right, you're on the show with me, Jon Reap, and Marcus Stamos. Who am I talking to?
David from Ellenboro.
David from Ellenboro. Where's Ellenboro?
Ellenboro, North Carolina. It's
Beside?
about halfway between Shelby and Forest City.
Okay. Well, you know what? Our musical guest tonight, Dirty Grass Soul, out of Shelby. You ever heard of Dirty Grass Soul?
I think they played in Forest City this past weekend. I believe that's
they
correct.
probably have.
I haven't heard them, but I think I saw something come across Facebook that they played at our local amphitheater.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, these guys are fantastic, and a little bit later they're going to be playing here in studio with us. So you stick around and watch that, okay? All right, what do you do for a living, buddy?
Will. I am a church music director. Been doing that since 1988.
No kidding. All right, what is the most requested hymn?
Probably Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace, that's correct.
Say.
Yep.
Yeah.
How sweet the sound.
How sweet the sound. I'm trying to think of my favorite Christmas hymn. Oh, I think it's the one that I'll tell you, the one that gets me is when it goes, fall on your knees and hear.
Oh, Holy Night.
Yeah, Oh, Holy Night. Anytime that song's going.
Have you heard the guy? Have you heard the guy that does the awful version of that on YouTube? His name is Steve Malden.
No.
And he's actually a producer in Nashville. But just for kicks, he had recorded it. He did the orchestration for the Christ Church Choir out of Nashville, and they did a fantastic recording of it. Well, just for kicks, he went into the studio and recorded the worst sounding version of Oh Holy Night you've ever heard. You need to find it, man. It's funny.
Oh, that's funny. I will. I'll dig that up.
I think it says, yeah.
Well, let me ask you, have you seen the show that we're talking about, Eastbound and Down on HBO?
I have seen an episode or two. I haven't watched all of it.
Might not be up your alley for church musical choir director. Might not be up your alley. You know what I mean? But I wasn't.
Well, yeah, probably not.
I mean, my part was pretty safe.
That for the youth group necessarily.
Right. All right, brother. Well, let's get a guess here. How much? I already forgot his name. I'm so bad with names. Tell me your name again.
I'm David.
David. So far, we have an AJ and a David.
Very good.
Okay, David. How much is the Screen Actors Guild residual check?
I'm going to go with $4.33.
Mm-hmm. Okay, everyone's keeping it in the $4 territory.
Yep.
Interesting. No one's went to 5. No one's. They're staying away from 3. They're staying in that 4. I'm not sure why.
They're paying attention.
Yeah, but Anyway, not a bad guess, David. Let's put you on hold. Let's go to the next caller and see what they think the value of my Screen Actors Guild residual check might be. All right, you're on the show with me and Stamos. Who am I talking to?
Your friend, Roseanne Henshaw.
Roseanne Henshaw. Roseanne Henshaw. How you doing, my dear? Thanks for calling in.
I'm doing fine. I figure I've waited about a month or so. Might as well see if I can win another Starbucks coffee and pass on the change to somebody behind me.
I hear you. What have you been?
Stamos looks. I was going to say, Stamos, you look really, really good today. Very spiffy.
Thank you, Roseanne.
Yeah,
it means a lot coming to you. Thank you,
Roseanne. Are you?
You just got a haircut.
I did get it shaped up.
Sorry.
Yep. Got my ears lowered. Yes, ma'am.
Roseanne Henshaw, are you watching us right now live on Facebook and or YouTube?
On Facebook.
Okay. Do me a favor, Mark. I want you to look right down the barrel of that camera, and I want you to say something really sweet and sexy to Roseanne Henshaw.
Roseanne, you don't know how much it means for you to say that to me today. It made my day complete. Thank you very much.
And I love you.
And I heart you.
You're welcome.
Isn't that sweet, Roseanne?
Well, you're the anchor. You're the anchor to John. Don't you know that?
I do know that. Thank you.
You got to be anchor. Yeah.
Anchor man.
Yeah. Hey, I do have a sound. I do have a sound for you.
Well, let's do the sound.
Okay. Well, this one. That's basically.
Don't tell us. Don't tell. Hold on. Don't tell us.
Well, okay. Well,
stop talking.
This one.
Hey,
okay.
wait. Stop. Roseanne.
But if
Roseanne.
okay. Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
do when you do the noise, don't tell us what it is. We like to guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, I've got one that's a little higher pitched. You could try figuring out.
I was luckily
It's
enough.
the
I
same
talked
type, but
over
it's
you. I
different.
talked over you so that I couldn't hear what you said it was. So I don't know what the first one was, but
okay.
I have a guess.
Okay.
But if you want to go higher pitch, go ahead and go higher pitch.
Okay. The higher pitched one is.
Okay. Can I go first?
Yes.
That is a sweat bee.
Well, yeah. Well, it's kind of like the honey, and one of them is a bee, but then the other one
Don't tell.
is one of those. Okay, I won't tell. The other one's different.
Go ahead and guess, Marcus.
I'm gonna say it's just a regular old gnat, a gnat, G-N-A-T, gnat.
And that?
Yep.
No, actually, it was more like a fly. The first one. The second one is a North Carolina helicopter. That I call.
North Carolina helicopter.
Tiger mosquitoes. Yeah, those tiger mosquitoes. I just can see there. One of these days they'll wrangle them all together and they'll use them as drones. But I swear they will. They're so big. I'm telling you, they'll pick you up.
Wait a second. What was a North Carolina what helicopter?
Helicopter, yeah.
Oh, okay. Just a North Carolina helicopter?
It's the mosquito.
It's a mosquito
Yeah, the
brand
mosquito.
type.
Well, I thought I heard
Yes,
a
the
Holly
tiger
Hoxenfree in there somewhere. I guess maybe she just was saying the H's a couple times. Right, Roseanne Henshaw, thank you for the sounds. Thank you for the Holly Hoxen helicopters from North Carolina and the basic housefly. It's your turn to make a guess, Roseanne Henshaw. How much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
I'm gonna be a little daring. I'm gonna say $3.95.
Oh, I thought that would be
Wrong way. Wrong
Oh, wrong way?
Put her on hold, the Alan Jackson. I believe we have one more phone caller. Am I right? This would be the last one?
Correct. We'll do one more here.
Okay, this is the last phone caller to play. Uh-oh. And they got me on in the background.
All right, they're in.
Hi, you're on the show with John Reap. Who am I talking to?
This is Phil Harris.
Phil Harris. Where you calling in from, buddy?
I'm from Oklahoma City, but I'm in Phoenix, Arizona right now.
Okay, you
truck driver.
Yes, sir.
All right, what you hauling?
I'm hauling mattresses.
Well, that's a good thing. If you want to get in a wreck, that's the best thing to to wreck with. But yeah, give you extra padding.
I work for a company out of Nashville, Tennessee, but they got a plant in Oklahoma City. That's where I live.
Okay. Now, do you only haul mattresses, or do you haul all kinds of stuff?
Oh, we haul other stuff. We haul mattresses out to the stores, and then we get backhauls back to Oklahoma or Nashville or wherever.
Mm-hmm. How are you?
I've been driving trucks.
How are you
I've been
listening?
driving trucks since '85.
Gotcha. Since '85. What's your CB handle?
Daddy Long Legs.
Daddy long legs.
I used to have a CB radio in my Camaro.
Yeah,
and Jason had one in his IROC, and my handle was Red Rooster.
Yep.
Red Rooster coming at you.
Yep.
All right, Big Daddy Long Legs. What, you got long legs, or you just got many legs that are really skinny?
Well, I got long legs, and I got a daughter, so I'm a daddy, and I got long legs.
Oh, I like that.
Put it together.
Putting it together. That's good. Okay, Big Daddy Long Legs. You've been watching the show. You've been listening.
Yes, sir.
Give me a good, educated guess.
I'm going to go with $4.85.
Ooh.
He lit up, Phil.
$4.85. Not bad. I'm going to hand this off to Mark, and we're going to give the check to the Alan Jackson, and we're going to see if Alan's going to crunch the numbers, and we're going to come up with the winner. Lots of close people. Now, Mark, what did you just hand me? What? Oh, This is why Charles Grodin passed away. Thank you. Bone marrow cancer.
That's the bad kind.
That sucks. Well, rest in peace, Charles Grodin. You will be missed. There will never be another like Charles Grodin. All righty. Alan has crunched the numbers. We have the winner. I'm getting the check back from Elliot, the intern's intern, Mark Ball. And we're going to reveal the winner. The Alan Jackson, I believe you just put him on the phone with me, right? And we talk him through it.
So right there, the winner is on the phone with you right now.
Okay, who am I talking to?
Hello?
Yes, who am I talking to?
Daddy Longlegs.
This is Phil Harris, the truck driver.
Oh, is this Bill Big Daddy Longlegs?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is Big Daddy Longlegs.
Well, you were the closest one to win the check. You were only about $1 off. The check is actually for $5.84. What are you going to do with all that cash?
Well, that'll buy me a few cups of coffee.
Do you chew tobacco or smoke cigarettes?
Unfortunately, I smoke cigarettes. I'm trying to quit.
That won't buy a pack of cigarettes.
Well, I don't know. How much a pack of cigarettes these days?
What's a pack of cigarettes, Phil?
Yeah, they won't buy a pack. No, it's close, but yeah, I pay about $6 up a pack. So.
Wow.
Oh, well. Well, this will get you a little bit closer to a pack of Parliaments, maybe. You know, the cheap kind. And just
hey, when you going to come to
Oklahoma City? Not soon enough, my friend, but the world, it seems like, is opening up a little bit more every day. I'm fully vaxxed. I've already had it. I'm ready to roll. You call up your local comedy club and demand that John Reap come, and we'll get it done. In the meantime, I'm going to send you a check in the mail, and in case anyone wants to know, I'm not joking. There's the amount right next to my finger, $5.84. All right, Big Daddy Longlegs, I need you to go to countryish.com, click on the contact section, and then send me your mailing address, and I will send it to you in the mail. Sounds good?
What is it I go to again?
The website, countryish.com.
Countryish.com.
Yeah, then click on contact. And then send me an email from there, including your address and the amount of the check, and I'll get it out in the mail to you, all right?
All right, sounds good.
All righty, and that is how you play. How much is that Residual check? All righty, then. I am excited for this next segment, buddy.
You changed hats.
You see the hat I got on right here?
Man of many hats.
Dirty Grass Soul.
Yes.
Out of Shelby.
Yep.
Good guys. Went to NC State as well, my alma mater.
Mama mater.
And they have graciously decided to come here and play for us. And we've got cameras. We're ready to roll. We will film them. You know how every Tonight Show, SNL, they have a musical segment. Well, I figured, why can't we have a musical segment? And let's highlight the people that we like, local boys. What are you making the face for? What's going on?
What do you mean they're here? They're not here. They're at Wayneo's. Silver Bullet.
They're not here?
Like 20 minutes from here, Highway 10.
I was told they were playing over here in the other room.
No, they're not here. They're there. How did you get that?
Alan, is this true?
Yeah, we discussed this, but I think you were in that post-vaccination haze at the moment. So
you better get.
Yeah.
Are they ready to roll?
Oh yeah, they're ready. They're waiting for you right now. So you need to book it on over there.
Okay, look. Hold down the fort for a second. Maybe go to a commercial, but I'm going to run over there right now. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Get.
Go to a break or something.
Mark, do you want to take us to a break?
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, everybody. Jon Reap here, and I want you to go cruising with me. Not in our cars, but on a ship. Yeah, let's take a ship together. It's the Reaps Peeps Comedy Cruise, November 6th through 11th. This year, we leave out of Port Canaveral, Florida. We go to a private beach in Haiti where they have the world's longest zip line over water. We're going to Nassau, and it's 5 days, baby. I'm doing a podcast, I'm doing karaoke, and I'm doing stand-up comedy, and we're even doing Diamond Dallas Page yoga. So get on the boat with me. Go to johnreap.com, click on the Reaps Peeps Comedy Cruise, and this is the t-shirt you get. Isn't that something? I'll see you on the boat. Ladies and gentlemen, Dirty Grass Soul.
Well, this is a story about a boy named Tim. He grew up across town from where Tina did. Well, now they met in Gastonia on a Friday night. And man, that Earnhardt shirt fit her curves just right. So Tim has to run a day to the Waffle House. And old Tina threw on her best flannel blouse. Well, over covered hash browns and country ham. Well, old Tim asked Tina if he could be her man. Well, he fell in love, so the story goes. He bought her hat, carrot diamond, and a Walmart rose. Went to the courthouse and he proposed. Fell in love, so the story goes. When that things were great, they were so in love. Well, they had a girl named Sissy and a boy named Bud. They had an acre lot and a double wide, just across the line of a Highway 5. Well, them things are pretty good for a pretty good while. Oh, but the girl next door had a pretty good smile. Now her and Tim slipped off to the Waffle House. And old Tina pulled in as he was pulling out. Well, that broke her heart, so the story goes. She hit that girl and nearly broke her nose. Kicked him to the curb, burned his clothes. Broke her heart, so the story goes. Well, now Tina didn't want to see Tim no more. And then she saw a billboard on 74. Sorry, I hurt you and our family. Oh, and I love you, Tina girl, can't you see? So then she thought a minute, and she grabbed her phone. Oh, and she dialed up for Tim like he'd been waiting on. She said, why'd you wear our laundry for the town to see? And you can go to hell, you cheating SOB. Well, that book is hard to the story goes. By the billboard sign, on Broadway Road. He done her wrong and that whole town knows. Broke her heart to the story goes. Well, this is a story about a boy named Tim. He grew up across town from where Tina did. Inspired by true events.
All right, Dirty Grass Soul. Great job, fellas. That was excellent. Now, where can people find you guys?
People can find us out on the road or on all the social media platforms or at www.dgsoul.com or dirtygrasssoul.com.
There you go, folks. We'll be right back with more country-ish after this. Hey there, are you a business owner? Do you have a product that you're trying to sell? Well, maybe I could help you. I've got over 350,000 followers across all my social media, and every episode of Country-ish we do gets thousands of views. So if you have a product that you want me to try on the show or to talk about, go to countryish.com, click on sponsorship, and maybe your stuff could be right here on my stuff. Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us in many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite, and all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.
Totally weird. It's daylight over there, but we're John?
Damn.
Where did you?
Woo! God.
That was a long haul.
I didn't know that it was that far away.
Yeah, that was a good run. Good job. Way to get back. But how was it? Sunny still? Weird.
They do first of all, Wayneo, shout out Wayneo, Silver Bullet. They're going to be we're partnering with them, and they've done a whole lot of renovations over there.
It looks that way.
Yeah, and so they have this indoor stage.
Backdrop.
And, you know, the lighting. They've got this crazy lighting where it looks like it's the sun, but it's not.
It's not, but it's
good. Indoor-outdoor stage. Anyway, Dirty Grass Soul. Album's Dirty Grass Soul. Thank you, Waynos. Thank you, Silver Bullet. Don't forget, we're going to be there Tuesday, June the 8th, with Justin Clyde Williams.
That's my boy.
Me and John Heffron are going to do a little meet and greet over there, so you want to come be a part of that. Pencil that into your calendar. That'll be Tuesday, June the 8th. And then on June the 7th, we're doing stand-up comedy, me and John Heffron.
That's the night we do podcast.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Okay.
But yes, good times, great oldies. Thank you, Dirty Grass Soul. We got a lot of show to do. We got a small town news story. We've got boxes from Goodwill that need to be owned. You know, a little unboxing segment. But first, I feel like we should. It's kind of a musical. It's like a musical show.
Musical theme show.
Because this next guy, he's in the Zoom room?
Yeah, he's there. He's good to hang out for a little bit, though.
You know what? I'm going to be honest about this one. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see is a pre-recorded interview that I did. Everything else so far has been 100% live. And when I say that, it's May 18th, 8:44 p.m., so you know it's live. How else could I have known that?
You just gave the time, yeah.
Yeah. So, but this next segment is a pre-recorded interview I did with a friend of mine, ZACH SELWYN. Funny dude, comedian, singer, songwriter, host, author. The guy does it all. In fact, we did a music video together a while back. I came up with this idea, and he helped me flush it out. I said, remember that song, I Got the Moves Like Jagger, I Got the Moves Like Jagger, by Maroon 5, or what's his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. He doesn't know pop culture.
I know nothing.
Elliot, do you know what I'm talking about?
Adam Levine, Maroon 5.
Thank you. Adam Levine from Maroon 5 saying, I got the moves like Jagger. I thought, what if we did a slowed down country version and called it Moves Like Haggard? And it's about a girl who looks like Merle Haggard in a dress. This is R-rated, so be prepared for that. Put the kids at home.
Put the kids to bed.
I'd say it's PG-21.
16. 21.
It's a little R-rated. But anyway, we'll show you a little bit of the video, and then we'll get into the interview with the very funny ZACH SELWYN. Check out this video. Look at this. That's the girl. That's me and Zach.
She eats Snickers bars and drinks Busch Light from a jar, 'cause she feels like wasting away a whole nother day. My God, what does she weigh? The highway patrol calls her a redneck, got caught dipping skull. When she's pregnant, she walks with a limp. Her gut is a blimp, her mouth tastes like
Poop.
shit. And it goes like this. Take her by the gut, she'll blow you. Call her a slut, she'll show you all the moves like Haggard. She's got moves like Haggard. She's got moves. She's had so many kids that she's prone to ignore your phone calls and disown you, yeah, with them
Moves like Jack Haggard. Moves like Haggard. See, we think Haggard would walk like that. He's a little old and stiff. That's how Haggard walks. That's good, Alan. So that's a fun little video that we did a long time ago. We were doing a show together in Nashville, and we just sort of guerrilla style went out and lip synced it and walked around and did it, and it was fun. And he's a great singer songwriter and all around good guy. He's got a lot to talk about. He's got a book out right now called Austin Translation. He's got a podcast that I'm going to be a part of his podcast. Anyway, I'll let him tell you. Please welcome to the show the very funny, likable, lovable ZACH SELWYN.
Take another look and tell me that.
ZACH SELWYN, how are you? I've missed you.
Oh man, I miss you so much.
Well, let's remind everybody about ZACH SELWYN. All right. I mean, first of all, you have done tons of stuff. I mean, how many shows have you hosted?
Quite a few, man. And it's been very interesting because I got started, out here just doing comedy and music and writing and trying to follow every path I could. And I stumbled into TV on the ESPN show called Dream Job, which is about, finding the next Sports Center anchor. They went all across the country, and I sort of went out doing a character like from a sketch comedy show who was just like, there's a ground ball to third, over the top. And ESPN ate it up. They're like, who are you? We got to develop a whole show around you. So they did. And that sort of just got my whole career going. And then from there, a lot of TV shows. The ones people mainly remember me from are that Attack of the Show, which was 3 years on G4.
Right.
It was awesome. And then this History Channel show I did up until 2015 called America's Secret Slang, about the history of slang language.
So should we talk about the podcast that I did a voiceover for you?
Dude, could not be more grateful for you playing the role of Charles E. Cheddar, to the founder of Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a show. One of our shows is called Uncle Drank, the Totally Hammered podcast. And it's a country comedy starring Gary Busey playing Uncle Drank, who is this country singer from the 70s and 80s who disappeared in the 90s and now has been found all these years later.
Wow.
And is releasing a bunch of songs like Whatever Don't Tequila Makes You Stronger. And I Got the Biggest Dock on the Lake. Hillbilly Hall of Fame. Stuff you're going to love, man. I mean, just comedy country stuff. Stuff that I was doing and you've been doing. And
is that when can people hear this?
Well, we're hoping by June. It's been pushed a few times. We have a record deal with Warner Records out in Nashville, so they're putting out the album and soundtrack, I say. And your character, I think you're in a few episodes, but you play his business partner who opens up his Totally Hammered bar and chill restaurants.
That's right.
In Florida, where they have waiters on jet skis. And
can't wait to hear this, man. So that means you had to work in close capacity, possibly, to Gary Busey.
It was my first. I've directed, I've produced TV and stuff with you. We did Well Read, and I've done a lot of that. This is my first directing job ever, directing actors, and my first gig was with Gary Busey.
Wow!
So you can imagine those recordings, and we did a lot of it over Zoom, so that was easy. But he's got some issues. He's a little But it's funny when you hear those raw tapes. It's me going, all right, Gary, I want to take it again. Can we just do a little bit more aggressive? And you hear him go, what did he say? What? I'm quitting, man. I'm out. I mean, every 5 minutes.
Man, I just worked with him not long ago.
Okay.
I did. So CMT was trying to do a Nashville Hollywood Squares type show. You know, remember Hollywood Squares?
Yeah.
And so it was me, Gary Busey, Marie Osmond, Bill Engvall, Sarah Tiana, Dusty Slay. But I mean, that first meeting where we had to go into a room and the director and producer was trying to tell everybody how the show's going to run and how this works. I mean, that's exactly right. Busey was like, "What? What?
What?
I need you to speak up, young man. I can't hear him. What did he say?"
Oh man. Oh my God. Exactly. So yeah, at one point I'm like, all right, hey Gary, by the way, this scene's taking place in 1992. So this is way back 30 years ago. So here's the scene. He goes, "What? It's 2020.
You would love this segment that we do. It's called "How Much Is That Screen Actors Guild Residual Check?"
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you know these amounts are ridiculous, right?
I got one today for 5 cents.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nice. What was it for?
Let me find out. I'm on the Disney Channel.
I love these checks because, and that's why we started this game. And it was like maybe maybe a couple weeks ago.
Here you go.
Oh, what do we got there? 5 cents.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
From the Walt Disney Pictures for a production of, I have so many of them sitting around here.
Well, that's
It's like,
what you do. You go let them pile up.
Dirt. Now, let me tell you what Dirt was.
That was a Netflix thing, right?
Dirt, no, not the Motley Crue movie. This was a show that Courtney Cox was on where she played like a TMZ reporter or something.
Oh.
I think it was on FX. I don't know why I got this from Walt Disney, but I did a voiceover for it.
Okay.
In like 2002.
Wow.
5 cents, baby.
What are you going to do with all that cash?
Well, let's see. For a nickel these days.
Dude, so let's check this out. I made a game out of it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I open the check. I tell people what it's for and how it's airing, and they just guess. And if people guess
Let me see
the
if
amount,
I can guess that one. Let me guess what you got in your hand.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what it is. You try and guess the amount. This is for one episode of Jane the Virgin. Episode. This is chapter 68. It's for internet rental, video, DVD, and paid television. One episode. How much is this check?
Okay, wait. Was Jane the Virgin originally a network show?
That was, yes. CBS Television Studios.
Okay. This is an interesting one. I'm going to guess, because sometimes the CBS checks can be a little higher.
It wasn't a big part.
Another question.
Small part.
What? Small part. Do you have a corporation?
I do. And this
Okay. See, I'm getting deep into this stuff. Now, hold on. I'm going to say this check was for $14.16.
Not bad. You got the 1 and the 4 correct, but it's turned. It's $41.49.
I was going to say 41 because I get a couple from like Parks and Rec that are like $40 every once in a while because those were the network ones. They always are a little more.
So what we did was made a game out of it, and I tell people the closest one wins the check because I'm not afraid to give away a $40 check, right?
Right.
And then I got bit in the ass because I opened up a check and I said, whoever gets close is going to win. Someone's going to win that because if 8 people guess, someone's going to be closer. The check was for $902.
What?
Yeah, it was for a Tig Notaro show called One Mississippi on Amazon Prime. I didn't see it coming. It was some foreign buyout thing. I was like, what? And I mailed this dude my check. I had to do it.
You did it.
Yeah.
Would you sign it over to him and just mail it over to him?
Yeah, I signed it over.
And he probably guessed like 18 cents, and he was closest to the 900.
Alan, do you remember what he guessed? I want to say he was up in the $600 range.
Wow. That's pretty funny, man.
Well, I always like to ask this question of anybody that I have on my show, and you know this, watching my comedy. I love to talk about my dad. My dad was a big influence on my comedy career. And I always ask every comedian, what about you? What's the situation with you and your dad? Was he a funny influence? Was he a musician?
My dad here's what's interesting. My parents were divorced, And my dad lived somewhere, across town. So I saw him maybe once or twice a week. That was it. My stepdad, however.
Got you.
He was my David Reed.
Okay.
He was the psycho crazy. His dad was a Borscht Belt comedian who did like bachelor parties. This guy would have been a comedian if he wasn't a drug addict. He was a drug counselor in Tucson, so he would like tell me stories from that world. But yeah, his war stories, as they say in AA, which, God forbid no people are,
sure,
safe during the pandemic, were pretty funny. And his music love, his comedy love, his sense of humor, that's really what got me, I think, going in that direction.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories is in like 1979, he has a story where he went to the Houston Astrodome. Okay. I was like, I didn't know him at this point because my parents were still married back then, but he was like still partying hard. And the Astrodome has, at the time they were serving like these 64-ounce beers. It was like nickel beer night.
Wow.
So he goes and has like 12 of them and starts harassing all the players. And apparently there was a guy named Cesar Cedeno, who's a great name for a baseball player. He was on the Astros. And my stepfather yelled out, "The f*** out of here, Cedeno, you piece of Cedeno." So I'm hearing this story about you, Cedeno. He starts a chant in the outfield, you, Cedeno, gets sent to Astrodome jail.
Oh, yes.
For drunk. So I just love the fact that there was an Astrodome jail.
I didn't know they had one. I know the Philadelphia Eagles have one. I didn't know the Astros had one.
Well, what's the great story when you like went up and danced on the field and all that? Remember that?
Yeah. That's a folklore. I mean, it's a true story. I got kicked out of a Panthers game for dancing in the end zone with the mascot. But I was invited to dance by the mascot. Right. I wasn't yelling F-bombs. I was just dancing.
Yeah. No jail though for you. No jail.
No.
Time.
This is before the Panthers had their stadium built. So they played their home games in Clemson, and they just escorted me out. They gave me a wedgie. I was doing the worm on the 5-yard line, and these cops waited for my butt to get to the peak of worm, and they just wedged me up off the ground and marched me 99 yards to the other end zone. And they just kicked me out and interrogated me for a little bit. There was no jail, thank God. But your dad went to Astros jail?
Astrodome jail. Yeah, he said it was like him and like two like Native American guys who were hammered. And I was like, I would love to just see 1979, the jail at the Houston Astrodome. Like, to me, that is Americana.
Yes. What's funny? I'm sitting here thinking, what is an Astro, by the way? The Houston Astro, is that because of like the NASA was there? Astrology?
I think so. They had the big space program there. The Astrodome was the 8th wonder of the world. They built the dome because it was too hot to play in the summer, and then it became, what it is now. It just housed all the people from Katrina, right?
Right.
But that was, I don't know. Part of my childhood was I loved baseball so much growing up, and I was always fascinated with like old stadiums. And when they tore them all down, like there's only I think 2 remaining stadiums that are in play at Wrigley and Fenway.
Oh wow!
Every other park has been torn down and rebuilt at this point. So.
Wow. I didn't know that. I've been to Wrigley Field, and that is an awesome old school. I mean, that's just baseball when you go in there.
That's baseball, right?
Yeah. And I'm not even – I know you love baseball. I'm more of a football guy, but I do enjoy going to baseball games. In fact, here in Hickory, we have a minor league team called the Hickory Crawdads.
Nice.
Yes. And
that'd be fun to go to that game.
You would love it. It's a good stadium. It's built nice. It's not huge, but it's kind of new, last 10 years or so, I think, something like that.
Yeah, man. I grew up going to the Tucson Toros AAA minor league games. Those are that's my childhood, going to minor league baseball games. I loved it.
Yeah.
Just like the nickel beer nights were real, and the drunk ass fans were so much fun to watch. I honestly think my whole sports comedy background came from sitting there watching people heckle, guys making $32,500 a year back then.
I do enjoy that about baseball. I feel like that is almost part of, how hockey is, you're allowed to fight in hockey, and football, the game's so big, there's so many people, the field's so big, you can't even hear everybody yelling. But baseball, if you're kind of close, it's kind of intimate, and and they can hear you. And I love
you, Cedeno.
I gotta look that guy up. Cedeno, was he good?
What a great name, Cesar Cedeno. Yeah, he was good. Tell me that dude doesn't sound like he runs like a huge cocaine operation.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He sounds like a drug lord. Cesar Cedeno, man. I work for
Dude,
Cesar. And I want to mess with me, bro.
Let me do one little self promo, dude, real quick.
Please
I'm
do.
gonna send you this. I got a book out. I published it. This is what I did in 2020. I wrote a freaking novel.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Austin translation.
Austin translation. That's the only place I've been in 2020 was in Austin, Texas. And I was doing stuff for Uncle Drank. But when I was there, I got into this crazy world. And this story is a comedy murder mystery about a true crime podcaster who gets accused of a murder he didn't commit and has to solve his own, solve the murder by himself.
Where can people find that?
It's on Amazon. Austin translation. It's all there. And yeah, man, so far so good. People are loving it. Kinky Friedman, the Texas Jew boy himself, wrote the foreword.
That's awesome. Well, Zach, I appreciate you coming on, brother. It's been too long, and let's stay in touch, man. Okay?
Sounds great, John.
Take another look and tell me that.
All right, ZACH SELWYN, everybody. Love that guy. Go get his book, Austin Translation. All right, let's move on. We've got Goodwill boxes to and we've got a crazy small town news story. But first, I want to go back to the interns because like I told you in the beginning of the show, I got these guys for a reason. They're reading your comments, and we want to give you guys shout-outs. If you leave a nice comment or something interesting or an interesting question, we'll read it on the air. So, Elliot, what do we got?
Well, you have a new fan in Jared Cook. He says, howdy, y'all. I've been loving this show since I found it a few weeks ago. Keep it up, y'all.
Thank you, Jared Cook. Oh, Elliot, put this on the to-do list. New air horn. Okay. Isaiah.
Yeah, Justin Hensey commented and said John should take you out to see some real seasoned D's.
John should take. I should take who out?
Me.
You out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, since I'm graduating.
To see some real
seasoned D's.
I don't even know what that means.
What do we think that stands for?
I think he's commenting on Isaiah's grades.
Right. But
yet I think they're translating them to...
I can see
He's translating it to you should take me to a strip club.
What does the C and the D stand for?
I get the C. I don't know.
I know. Well, look, I'm thinking of dude parts because I can think of two names for dude parts with a C and a D. I don't know what the female parts are. Does he want to take you to a male strip club? Is that the joke? I'm okay with it. I want it to make sense. I want to know what he meant by the C's and the D's. What is the real? Ask him. You got your computer right there. Ask him, what do you mean by the C's and the D's? Again, I'm not upset. I just want to know the reason.
I don't know.
What do you think the C is?
I know what the C is.
I know that could be
but I don't know
something
what the
that
D.
rhymes with your last name.
Yes.
Hunt.
Yes.
Now, what's the D?
Well, that's what I was thinking when he said
On a
C's.
female?
Yeah, D's on a female. I don't know. I'm at a loss. Anyway, get back to us, buddy. Who was that? Who did that one?
Justin Hensey.
Justin Hensey. He's a top fan. Justin, what are you talking about? Let us know what you mean by the D's.
Please.
Alrighty then. Also, if you want to get a shout out on the show, all you got to do is go to Apple Podcast and write us a nice review. Give us 5 stars and write a nice review, and we'll read it on the show and we'll give you a shout out. And we really appreciate it. It helps us. All right. So look, this next segment, Stamos, there's a lot of negative things out there in the news. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
A lot of bad politics stuff or
every day.
Pandemic-y stuff, or people getting shot all the time, or missiles are flying around in the Gaza Strip and whatnot. And
no gas.
We try to avoid them stories. We try to find the fun, interesting, unique stories that fall through the cracks. And my buddy Justin Clyde Williams, I believe he could tell you all about it. Thank you, Justin. Tell them what we're talking about.
We're just small town dudes with small town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All righty, I saw this story the other day and was amazed by this. I'll read you the headline and some descriptors, and I believe we have a video to go with this one. I always like it when there's a video.
Videos are good.
Yeah. Here's a headline. Badass cat leaps from the 5th floor of a burning building, then struts off like a boss. Okay, so perhaps there's something to that whole 9 lives thing after all. A black cat had the luckiest moment of her 9 lives this week when she leaped from the 5th floor of a burning building in Chicago. The kitty jumped with a meow and literally landed on her feet, and then after a little hop, scurried off. The Chicago Fire Department said the cat indeed survived. Now, we got a video. Let's watch this here video. I don't know if there's audio or not on this part. Okay, so as you can see, the 5th floor, it's on fire. Cat jumps, bounces, walks off.
Out.
I had to watch this a couple times because look at that thing. It's like it glides.
How's the shadow so much faster? Look at that.
Yeah, I think it's like, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock there, and the sun is hitting that building in such a way that the shadow, the first thing you see is the shadow of the cat. And it looks like it's flying down there, like it's falling really fast. But then it's followed by the actual cat, which is also black, just like the shadow. So it's very confusing at first.
Yeah.
But if you watch it again, all right, start from the beginning and then watch again, you'll see the cat. It's after the shadow. So don't let the shadow fool you. There's a shadow, and then here comes a cat. Boop, glides, bounces up, just a little bit of bounce, just walks off.
Nothing to it. It's kind of like the flying squirrel. You ever seen a flying squirrel?
Yeah, it's like a flying squirrel.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
That's why I like cats. I know a lot of people who don't like cats.
Do you own a cat?
I don't own a cat. I would if I didn't live with my mom.
Oh, allergies.
Yeah, she don't like cats.
It would tear eyeballs up.
Yeah. I think cats are cool. They're interesting. I sit there and watch cats on TikTok all day long.
Do you?
Yeah. They're hilarious because they just do random freak out things, and they can jump real high.
I don't think they do anything but just lay around and.
You ain't watching the same TikToks as me.
No. Got to get on there.
Spokesperson Larry Langford said the cat went under my car and hid until she felt better after a couple of minutes and came out and tried to scale the wall to get back in. He also said they were still searching for the owner of the unit and presumably the cat. The fire was contained to a single unit and quickly extinguished. No injuries were reported.
So somebody threw the cat out. It didn't jump.
I think it jumped.
Yeah.
It looked like, because I looked at it a couple of times, I don't see a human being doing this. I just see a cat jumping out of the window.
So if we would have jumped out of that window.
Oh, easily a broken
death. So that's
leg or something.
80 feet probably.
But if you had to, if a building was on fire like that, and the only way out was that window, right? Is that, how would you get out?
I would have probably tried to jump out far enough to land on the hood of the car, and I think I'd have been fine.
Why would you want to land on the hood of a car instead of soft
grass?
grass?
Softer than the ground. The hood's going to give a little bit, or the top of the car.
The top of the car.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The very top of the.
Yeah. You've seen too many action movies.
I mean, the guys do it all the time, and they hit the top.
I
of the
think what I would
off.
do is go out of the window and hang.
Try to buy you left.
As long as I could.
Yeah.
And then kind of look down and just sort of push out and hopefully land on my feet. Actually, I would try to do a ninja roll. Like a shoulder roll. So you fall and roll to help.
Go head first and right there at the last minute
on your foot.
Roll.
If you just roll backwards, depending on which way I'm jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, cats are cool. They're acrobatic. And I love that. You couldn't do that with a dog.
I would have grabbed a mattress from inside.
Oh, yeah.
And
What's
jumped
that?
out of the window with the mattress and just land on the mattress. And
This is where you need to get on the CB, call up Granddaddy Longleg. See,
Yes.
I know you got a bunch of mattresses you're hauling.
He did have a lot.
I need you to bring it to Chicago. We got an apartment fire. We got to save this kitty.
Yeah.
But after seeing this, right, and you see cats that are in trees and they're up there meowing and they have to call a fire department to get the cat out. No more sympathy for that cat. I'm like, I know you could survive the jump, cat. You just gotta. What we need to do is just set the tree on fire.
That way they will jump.
Yeah, that way
they have
jump.
no choice.
And then they'll have that confidence moving forward in their life.
And they'll tell everybody about it. The other cats, and other cats will know.
Right now, there you go. Cat's out of the bag, cats. We know that you can jump out of them trees.
Probably, I think he could have went higher than that and been just fine. I think the top of the building he would have been just fine.
Yeah, it didn't look like it phased him at all.
No, he had it figured out because they thought about it before he jumped. He knew exactly what he was going to do.
Yeah. Hey, what about you guys? Dog people, cat people? Elliot?
I have a dog, but it drives me crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Do you hate cats?
No, not at all. I've had several throughout my life.
There you go. Mark thinks you're weird. Isaiah?
I don't like cats.
Why?
I hate them.
Why do you hate cats?
I just
because they don't need you as much as a dog.
Right.
So you're just needy person is what you are. You need to be loved at all times. Is that what it is?
No.
I get it, buddy. Anyway, that's what's going on. That's Chicago. The town's not even small. But the news was huge. Alrighty, then we got one more segment, and this is a fun one. Let me get rid of my share wig, and we got these two boxes right here that we're going to You see, Mark and I'll just be honest with you. I'll let the cat out of the bag one more time. His last name is not Stamos. It's actually Hunt. Mark Hunt. And we go to a Goodwill and we buy gifts for each other and then we unbox them on the show. The gift has to be around $5 or less, and it has to make sense as to why we got this gift for that person, right? It's a game that we like to call Goodwill Hunting. Goodwill Hunting. Goodwill Hunting.
Ooh, man.
Had a nice chamber today.
Well, you slept all day. You're good and rested.
I'm good. You want to go first?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Okay. So, wait. So at some point, we got to figure out what's in this thing.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you mean?
Who's in the box? Oh, what's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, what's in the box?
Thank you, Brad Pitt.
Thank you, Bradley. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Friday, we went to Hickory Motor Speedway.
We did.
A lot of legends were born there. A lot of old race car drivers.
Yeah.
So you've Dale Earnhardt raced there. Bubba Labonte.
Dale Jarrett. Bubba
Labonte.
Yeah. Morgan Shepherd.
Dick Trickle.
Harry
Gant.
I mean, yeah. I always like that one.
What?
Harry Gant.
I like the Dick Trickle.
But yeah, Dick Trickle and Harry Gant get together. That
Morgan
sounds like
Shepherd.
a 70s porn.
Yeah, Morgan Shepherd, I've seen him at Skateland a couple times.
Yeah.
But anyway, so a lot of legends come out of there, and I know you like soft drinks. You like, you're a Pepsi, Coke guy.
Yeah, I like to mix, I like to have an adult beverage, and I'll mix it up. Like I'll have vodka with Sundrop or Red Bull, and I'll have a Jack and Coke.
So, race car legend. We've got a local race car legend here from Hickory. So I'm going to let you open this up, and it's going to all come together as to why I got this gift for you from Goodwill for I think $3.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can't wait to see what's in the box. Oh, I hear bottles.
It's rattling.
Oh, what are you kidding me? Look at this.
So
Coca-Cola Classic. Oh, you splurged on me. This is $10, but that's
did get
okay.
10.
I'll take it. We got NASCAR legends on the bottles. Here's one with local hero Dale Jarrett.
They're all DJ bottles.
All of them's DJ?
All of them DJ.
Oh, this is a Dale Jarrett 6-pack, dude. Wow.
Where's he from?
He's from Hickory.
He went to what high school?
I don't know.
Hickory High.
Did he?
Yeah, he went to Hickory High.
Well, that part I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder how old this Coke is.
Now, this has got to be from
19. Well, hang on, it says it right here. 1998.
I thought it'd be older than
it's
that.
from 98. Well, these are, yeah. What does it say here? Official soft drink of NASCAR, Coca-Cola.
1986.
I figured it would say a thing on it. Coca-Cola Classic. Yeah, Legends of NASCAR. Number 88, Dale Jarrett. Wow. You know, I did his retirement party. When he retired at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, he had a big party and auctioned off a bunch of his stuff.
Yeah.
And I was the DJ, like the MC, like, you know, doing the auction and having him come up there, and I roasted him a little bit and did some stand-up. Good guy. Last time I seen him. Yeah. Dale, I do take it back. I did see him at Belk in Valley Hills Mall one time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Belk.
I didn't bother him, though.
Yeah. Daddy's Ned Jarrett, and also a race car legend.
He's
yes. Still with us today.
Yes. So that's what Hickory's famous for. We got the Jarretts, right?
Yeah.
What else we famous for? We got the baseball player Madison Bumgarner. Yeah. What else we got?
A fella named John
Pig
Reed.
from Green Acres.
The pig from Green. Yeah. What was the pig's name?
I have no clue.
Zsa Zsa Gabor. Just kidding. That's an old jokey joke.
Didn't know that the pig was from Hickory. But,
that's a joke. He listens to my act, and that's one of my jokes.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll take that. Now, should I drink these or just keep them?
That's going to be worth some money one day.
I mean, do I want to keep the whole 6-pack? I feel like maybe one of these days.
If you take one of those out, it's going to be worth less money. Yeah, you
because you want to keep the whole 6-pack intact.
6-pack attack.
Yep. Speaking of 6-pack, a movie that we should watch. We've not watched a movie in a while. We haven't streamed. The stream team needs to get back together.
Yep.
There's a Kenny Rogers movie called 6-Pack that has to do with NASCAR and the kids. He adopts 6 kids, and they makes them work in the pit crew. Good movie.
Very underrated actor, Kenny Rogers.
Yeah. So I say we watch that. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready for your gift?
Bring it.
All right. Well, I got this for you. Several things. This is a hodgepodge, right?
Yeah.
I got a hodgepodge of things. Now, one of the many things I know about you and I appreciate about you is that you're a good dad. Got 2 kids. Got your boy, just graduated. Congratulations. Got your little girl. And I also know if you hold up your wrist, you like the little bracelets.
I like
wearing bracelets. Yeah. Little trinkets and stuff.
Little whatnots.
And, I've seen these little band ones that say, different ones that commemorate different causes and that stuff. And I'm thinking, what if we could combine your love of bracelets and your daughter's love of candy? What would that look like?
Huh.
So I got you this as one of them. Hold that up and talk about it.
This is gummy bands.
Gummy bands.
So apparently
14 packs, classroom exchange. Open it up. Let's see what's in there. Open up the box. So it's apparently it's a bracelet that you can eat.
This was $2, but
that's $2.
When it was brand new, it was $3.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
So I saved $1. Open that bad boy up. What is that? Open up the whole thing. I mean, what is that?
I'm gonna get into one of these.
While you're doing that,
it's childproof.
Oh, I see. Here it is.
Okay.
So there's the gummy band.
Yeah.
You put that around your hand, and then
wear it like
from
a
time to time,
and then you just take a chunk out of it.
Start eating it.
Yeah.
Now that would fit around Ella's wrist, probably.
That would fit around a little girl's wrist.
Yeah.
Not gonna fit around mine.
It says stuff on it.
It'll make you sticky, really.
Yeah.
Bad too.
There you go. Good Halloween thing, possibly. Just a good kid fun thing to do. Now,
thank you.
I also know, and this is one of the things that we've talked about you many times, you're a good cook.
Yep.
Right? Yep.
Yep.
And you're not afraid to eat potatoes. In fact, you love potatoes.
Love potatoes. Love French fries, baked potatoes. Any way you want to cook a potato, I'll eat it.
Okay. So this has to do with that. Also, I know that since you have a daughter and you like to teach her and learn, she needs to learn things. This has to do with learning how potatoes can be batteries, and you can eat the potatoes when you're done with it, and you can have a watch. It is a potato clock kit.
You found
and
this.
I've got 2 potatoes.
Okay, so
there you go. Open that thing up. Let's see if it works. Now, I remember this when I was a kid, that this would work, and I was always amazed that you could put 2 little probes in each potato and hook it up to a clock, and it would tell time.
Really?
That's what I was told, and I vaguely remember this as I was a kid.
So much
So
packaging.
I thought Ella, your daughter, might think this was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about you, Elliot? You ever have this? You ever seen this?
No, sir. But my uncle used to do stuff like that when I was young. He's really smart, and we were always doing experiments, things like that.
Yeah.
How do you stick?
It's a fun little experiment you can do with your child.
Okay, here you go. I assume you stick.
Yeah.
That.
So one of these wires. How many? Is there another? Is it just one? Because this looks like.
Okay, here.
We need two separate.
Wrap that wire around
So
it.
the black one goes into the silver one. Are there silver ones of these?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. So the black one goes into the silver one. Man, I hope this works. You should be playing Mission Impossible music under the Alan Jackson. See if we can get this to work. All right. Here we go. So I've got the silver one in there. Now I'm going to put the gold one in there. And this is our mission. Should we accept it? To see if we can get the potato clock to work. Okay.
Okay.
There's one. And then I think are there two other cords somewhere? Open that one up. What's in there?
That's it.
That's all there is?
Yep.
What's up with the cups?
Yeah, this is when they
Why
always
is
say
there
read
cups?
instructions first.
Hang on. Anything happening?
Not at all.
I think we're missing some parts because according to the picture, you need 4 wires. We have 2 wires. I think we're missing 2 wires, dude. Hang on. Let's see here.
Oh, what's that white one right there? Oh, what is that?
Oh, the white
they
one goes
from-
in between the silver and the black to another potato. Wait a minute. Got it wrong. Dude, I got this. Here we go. Yes.
I still don't know what the cups are going to do.
The cups. Hang on, dude. We got to know what time it is. This goes in between these two. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Need my glasses.
Can you see to do that? Basically, hook that white one from the gold to the silver.
There's a hole there.
Yeah, there's a hole in there somewhere. You need your readers? Riveting stuff here on the Country-ish
Yeah, I got it
podcast.
through.
We're going to make this potato clock work. Don't forget to hit the rate, review, subscribe, and share.
Okay.
Rate, review, subscribe, and share. And let's see if we can get this clock to work. There's buttons on here. We've got both of them in. They're both wrapped around pretty good, right?
And what is this one for?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think we totally hodgepodge this.
Yeah, hang on. So there's 2 in each. All right, so we got 2. The black one, I can't do math.
I
buddy.
can't either.
Okay, so the black one goes to one potato, and it's into the silver one. Then the gold one. So we actually, oh, dude, I got this. Then this gold one, we screwed it up. Either way, you
They're
need
laughing
2
at
of
us back
these.
there.
Yeah, feel free to make jokes about us, guys. All right. So the black one goes there. Now the red one has to come out of here. Undo this. Undo that.
All right.
Now the red one goes into the gold one. Here we go.
It's coming along now.
All
Don't
right.
forget, June
And
7th,
then-
John will be at
and then the gold
working
one,
on me.
The gold one. All right, so get this white one out.
Pull it.
Get that out of there.
Okay.
Now, this goes in here. See?
Hi, so while they're working on that, just a reminder, John Reap and John Heffern will be at the Main Cellar City Club on June 7th. Get your tickets. Go to johnreap.com. Remember, tickets are going quick, so you want to make sure you get that. Elliot, Isaiah, you guys awake back
We
there?
did it.
Yeah.
It's working.
It was a
You got
good
it?
nap.
Yeah.
Look.
Put that up.
Grab the potatoes and hold them up.
All right.
Look.
We have a display.
It's 12 o'clock on the clock. Potato clock working.
Okay, we'll set the time off air and see if it holds good time.
Now you take this apart.
Oh, is it supposed to tell the correct time? Is that the deal?
I think you have to set it.
Well, you have to set it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have a GPS thing in it. This is what yours is from. We got this at a Goodwill. It's for ages 8 and over. I think this came out in 2008. But anyway, there's something to do with the cups. Oh, you could do lemons.
Oh.
And you could do tomatoes and apples. Isn't that crazy?
Nice little experiment.
Fruit as batteries.
Who needs batteries?
Don't get more country-ish than this. All right, man. Well, I had a good time up in here. Thank you for your gift.
Thank you for the clock.
You're certainly welcome. And the gummy bands.
And the gummy band.
Let me go to two of my interns back here for final thoughts. Anything I'm forgetting to say?
I think you've covered pretty much everything, boss.
Except for you said yeah.
No, I think you got everything covered. I expect to.
So some of the commenters, I think, explained the whole C's and D's.
Oh yeah. That's right. They all think that it's.
Is there a way to do it delicately?
Yeah.
I want to know.
All the commenters are saying that it's cup sizes.
Oh. Duh.
Didn't even think of that.
Didn't either.
C's and D's. Okay.
C's a little small though, eh?
C's fine, dude. Yeah. That's all gravy to me. What's up here?
Gravy?
Gravy. That don't matter. That's what I'm saying.
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, they're nice. It's not necessary for me.
Yeah.
I'm more of
not what you're there for.
I'm more of the back end kind of a guy. And they don't have cup sizes for butts. Although they should.
I think they do.
Do they?
Well, you can get butt implants.
Well, you could.
But
maybe put boobs on your butt. That'd be kind of cool. Amar's shaking his head. He's down with that. All right. So, any final thoughts? We good? Amar, anything you want to say? You're leaving us pretty soon, aren't you? When's your last day?
So this is Amar's last show with us.
Oh, see, I'm glad I said something. Mar, we're gonna miss you, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna be back on August 3rd.
Okay.
But I apologize that there will no longer be a quiet, half Asian guy behind the camera who never says anything for your show.
It's going to be hard to fill your shoes.
Yeah, I know.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you for coming in here with your Chick-fil-A sandwiches every day and working hard and being part of the group. Have fun in summer camp. Take lots of pictures.
Okay.
And then
I'll be sure to come home with a bunch of stories that I may not be able to tell.
Well, just do that, and thank you for your service. I really appreciate you. For Elliot, for Isaiah, for Elliot the intern's intern Mark, for Amar, for the Alan Jackson, for Marcus Stamos, I am John Rape. Bicycle!
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, dude.
Hey, everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh, wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite, and all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you. Hit the share button, please. Look at the trouble I went through. I made a stupid Velcro patch so you could share. Look at it. Isn't that cool? Hope you hit the share button. Hope you had a good time.